You know I'm feeling sweet like sugar, and let me tell you guys why. In this video, I'm gonna be doing something dearly important to me, and that is, I'm gonna teach you guys how to live stream to Twitch using Streamlabs OBS. This is gonna be a pretty comprehensive guide, so I want you to watch this video if you have not streamed before and you're just starting. That's who this video is for. If you already know some stuff about streaming and you just have a simple question you want answered, that answer is probably gonna be in a different video. It might be in this video as well, but you're gonna be sifting through to find it. So I'm gonna help you guys by leaving some information in the description, categorizing at what I'm talking about at what point in the video. But really, this video is for someone who wants to go from 0 to 100, nothing downloaded on your computer at all. You just bought a microphone maybe and a webcam, and now you're like, okay, how do I set up my stream? How do I do this? So I'm gonna be taking you guys into my computer through screen cap, and I'm gonna be walking you through step A to Z of downloading Streamlabs OBS and configuring your stream to look exactly how you want it to look. So join me for the next 10 minutes or so as we dive in and get you guys started streaming on Twitch using Streamlabs OBS. All right, guys, so we're here in the computer now. I'm going to minimize OBS. So I'm using OBS to download Streamlabs OBS, or to record me downloading Streamlabs OBS. First thing we're going to do is open up our internet. We're going to go to Google Chrome, because if you use Internet Explorer, you are the worst type of person. And we're going to go to streamlabs.com. Now, this is a fantastic website. I actually met them at TwitchCon 2016. That was pretty cool. And I got a Streamlabs t-shirt. This is like right after they switched. They used to be called Twitch Alerts, but I think Twitch was in the name and they didn't want that. So they switched it to Streamlabs. Great software and platform. So you're going to log in using your Twitch account, and that's going to, just have you verify it there. No big deal. Give them the access to that, authorize it, and it'll bring you to this. This is your dashboard. Streamlabs.com is a great tool to use. Now, basically, I want to kind of walk you guys through not too much information. I just want to get your stream up and running, okay? So I could go into all of these different things, these features. I don't want to go into too much detail. What I'd like you to do is just at the top left here, click Download Beta Streamlabs OBS. Now, as Streamlabs is going to be downloading here, I just want to make a quick comment. It's most useful for you if you have a webcam and a microphone at this point, okay? If you don't have a webcam or a microphone, this video isn't going to be super helpful to you, because you really can't stream then. I mean, you could, but how are you going to talk to your viewers, and how are they going to see you? So I would highly recommend going out and buying a webcam and a microphone. My personal choice for the webcam is a Logitech C920. It's very widely used, and it's pretty good. For a microphone, I use a Blue Yeti, and I use a Rode microphone arm, stand. I find that to be extremely helpful as well. In total, you can get those three things for under $300. Honestly, I think that's a great starting point, and anything, less than that in quality probably isn't a great idea, but do what you have to do. So now, assuming you have a webcam and a microphone, and hopefully a microphone arm, we're going to jump into Streamlabs OBS and show you how to actually broadcast yourself to Twitch. So as we're installing Streamlabs OBS here, we're just going to continue to click OK. We're going to agree to the terms of service, or the agreement, or whatever that was, and we're going to let that install. Okay, the last screen you're going to see here is where you can click finish, and I would check off run Streamlabs OBS. It'll just save you a few seconds there, as it will automatically open. Here it's going to check for updates. There shouldn't be any updates since we just installed it, so that's good. But if there are, on the off chance that that's happening, then just let it run those updates. So here we are inside Streamlabs. Now, this is going to be a little bit intimidating to you guys, because my information is in here, and all of my kind of, graphics and that sort of thing. So just ignore that for now. The first thing I want you to do is go to settings and click Run Auto Optimizer and click Start. It's going to basically optimize the settings in your OBS to go with your computer's specifications and your internet to get the best running stream. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start. It's going to detect my location, perform bandwidth test, and so on. So that's all great and dandy. We like that. And it's going to get your stream running nice and smooth. Obviously, the better your computer is, the better your internet is, the better you're going to be able to stream, the higher, quality you're going to be able to stream. But, just let the auto optimizer run and do it for you. Okay, so the auto optimizer has finished running its settings. Now you're going to select your language. I'm guessing it's probably English if you're watching this video. In output, check off automatically record when streaming. if you have the hard drive space to support that. If you don't and you'd rather just not record your streams, then leave it unchecked. But that's just something that I find to be very useful. On the bottom here, the source alignment snapping, definitely check off enable. It's going to allow you to edit your stream a lot easier and place your webcam and things like that. And snap sensitivity, leave it at 10. That should be pretty good. Next thing you're going to do is come down to stream, and you want to click stream type, streaming services, service Twitch. You're probably streaming to Twitch if you're watching this video. Server should be auto, but you can select the one that's closest to you. For me, it would be New York, but I just leave it on auto. And then stream key, this is really important. You input the stream key to tell Streamlabs OBS where to output your stream to. In this case, it would be your channel. So to get your stream key, we're going to go back into Google Chrome, and we're going to go to twitch.tv. So once on twitch.tv, you're going to go to probably the top right of your screen where it says your username and the little drop down arrow. Click it and go down to dashboard. Now they've changed it around in the past where it was. So right now it's under your dashboard tab. From dashboard, you're going to navigate down these choices here and go to channel, which is right underneath the word settings over here on the left. Click that. And then it's going to say stream key and preferences, primary stream key. You can click to show it, but I'm not going to do that because you guys are going to start streaming to my channel. So all you're going to do from here is click copy, and it'll copy your stream key to your clipboard. Now, from here, you're going to go back into Streamlabs OBS. So I'll just minimize this, go back to Streamlabs OBS here. And where it says stream key, you're going to highlight and then paste the stream key that you just copied from Twitch. Like I said, it's telling Streamlabs OBS where to send your stream. So once you're good with that, let's go down to output. This was all established for you from your auto optimizer, so I wouldn't really mess with anything. But what I would change is go to recording format and change it to MP4. By default, I think it's FLV. Change it to MP4. It might show you an error message, but just I'm telling you, leave it as MP4. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to utilize it. MP4 is just a better recording format for like if you want to pop it into Adobe Premiere or Final Cut or whatever you use. So definitely leave it as MP4. Encoder, hardware, NVENC. That's it. You know, that's when it gets a little bit tricky. You want to use the NVENC encoder because it's using your NVIDIA graphics card. If you don't have a good NVIDIA graphics card, this may change for you. Leave it as whatever the auto optimizer sets it for you. If you are using an NVIDIA, I'm rocking a 1070. It's going to say NVENC, and that's what you want. When you come down to audio, I wouldn't really change anything here. However, for desktop audio device 1 and mic/auxiliary device 1, you're going to change it to your microphone. In my case, it's the Blue Yeti, which is denoted as USB advanced audio device on my computer. So I'm going to select that for audio device 1 and mic device 1. Under video, your auto optimizer should have set all this for you. These are the settings that I like to use. You guys can take a look. Actually, where it says output scaled resolution, I think I leave it at 1920 by 1080. So I may change that back because I don't like to scale my output, but we'll see. I'll mess around with that later. I would actually just leave it as whatever the auto optimizer set for you. Hotkeys are super, super important, but we're not there yet. So we're just going to continue right along. For advanced, leave the process priority as normal, and all of this should be pretty much set. With your auto optimizer, you're good. Scene collections, done. Notifications, done. Appearance, done. Remote control, done. Under appearance, I like to check off night mode. That's just a personal preference of mine. Great, so we're done with the settings, and now we can actually get into the fun stuff. I'm sorry, I know that took a few minutes. How long did that take? That took like 10 minutes to get to this point. Well, all right. So now we're ready to start adding scenes. So I would say what you're going to do is come down to this plus arrow to click add a new scene, and we're going to call it, let's call it gameplay. Cool. From here, we're going to then add sources into our scene. Now, a scene in Streamlabs OBS is like pretty much the overall template of what they're seeing. So you might have one scene that's for when you're in the game. You might have another scene for that's like stream starting soon. You might have another scene where it's just your face cam with some chat. Those are the scenes when you switch kind of the layout of what they're looking at. Within the scene are your sources. So in every single scene, you might have your webcam, or you might have an image, or you might have a video. So we're going to add our webcam. Click the plus arrow underneath sources, and we're going to go to a video capture device. Add source. Add existing source. Don't worry about that. That's if you already created sources. We're going to add a new source, and we're going to select the Logitech HD Pro Webcam C920. Hey guys, so I switched over to Streamlabs OBS to continue this recording, so I hope I didn't confuse you guys. I'm going to fix that in editing. But the reason my webcam wasn't showing up before is because it was being used in regular OBS. So we're switching over to Streamlabs OBS now to record this as well. So I'm going to add a source here for a display capture so you guys can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So let me just add that real quick. Great. Take that down. Okay. So what I just did was I added display capture. I'm sorry, a webcam source to my Streamlabs OBS. What that looks like, I'll drag it up, is this. So you can see that the webcam is taking up the entire screen, and you probably don't want that, right? And I'm sorry, guys, my lips are a little chapped here. I know you can see it. It's gross. Anyway. So what we're going to do is drag a corner and kind of just drag it down to size. Let's say you want your webcam to be right here, and even that's a little bit big. Maybe we'll do it like that. Cool. If your webcam source doesn't look like this, there could be a couple of reasons for that. So yours might look to be a little more square or something like that, and I'll show you how to configure that in just a second. We're going to go down to webcam under your sources, and I think I explained it pretty well before. This list on the left here, these are all of your scenes. Okay. And as I switch scenes, you can see, or you may not be able to see, but basically it changes the layout. That's all you need to know. These are your sources. So these are going to be your individual little widgets that go on in your stream. And that's how you really get to customize it and make it look the way you want. So let's right click on your webcam source and click properties. Now from here, you can go to, and I hope you can still see this. I think you can. Yeah. We're gonna be able to go and change the resolution. So it might be device default for you. I want you to click the drop down and change the custom and make it 1920 by 1080, which is standard, HD. So that'll make it the kind of like rectangular instead of like square if it looks like a different resolution. So now you have your nice widescreen HD webcam footage. FPS, you should have it at 30. I don't think it can go higher than that. Unless you have like the upgraded version or whatever that does 60, but mine does 30. The color space, I would leave everything else pretty much the same. So that's cool. Another thing, I would go and click configure video, and this is important because I would uncheck autofocus and just manually bring it the lowest it can go, the closest focus, because that's you're going to be close. If you're within like say 5 feet, you're going to want the focus to be as low as possible. The zoom you can actually change a little bit if you want. I like to be a little bit more punched in on my face than other streamers, but maybe you want it to be a little wider and far away. That's totally up to you. Then over in advanced settings, I would uncheck right light. I would just leave all this manual. Maybe check it off once to see where they all go, uncheck it, and then just drag them to where you like it. So the higher you make your exposure and gain, the more fuzzy the video is going to appear. So you want to get them as low as you can while still being able to see yourself. So that's where lighting comes into play. So that's honestly a whole nother video topic. And I have a video on really configuring this and getting your lighting right. So go ahead and check out my Twitch tutorials playlist on my YouTube channel to get more into that. So we're going to click save, but really the point there is when you take off auto exposure and autofocus from your Logitech, it requires it to do less work, meaning that the quality can be better. So I would definitely uncheck those things. Don't leave them on auto, leave them on manual and manually adjust those settings. Great. Okay. So you have your webcam where you want it. And I know I'm getting really long-winded here. I know. Thank you guys for sticking with me. It's really important to me that these videos stay short and concise, but I really want you, if you're serious about streaming and you stick through this video, you're going to learn a lot. So your webcam is now in the position that you want it to be. Now, you're probably thinking, dude, can I just play the game? Because there's display capture. I mean, they can see my screen, right? And technically, yeah, you could. But I think, I prefer to use game capture when I'm playing a game. So, for example, if we want to start up a game, I don't know, let's start up... Let's start up the game called Oxenfree. It's free on Epic Games Launcher, I think for the next maybe week. It's a really good game. It's a very story-driven horror, like kind of 2D side-scrolling horror game. And you can see that it is on my screen right now, but the only thing is we're using display capture, so everything is on my screen. So I'm going to uncheck display capture, and now it's just my webcam. what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another source. So I'll actually bring a display capture back so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to add another source, and I'm going to click game capture, and I'm going to click to add. So I'll add that source. You'd add new source. I'm going to add existing source since I've already done it before. And then see, it automatically picked up that I'm playing Oxenfree. However, if it didn't automatically pick it up, you can right click game capture. I'm going to lower the desktop audio there. Click properties, capture specific window, Oxenfree, and you select the game that you're playing. Click OK. And then boom, it's on your screen, and you can drag the source. I hope you guys see. Oh, maybe you couldn't see that. Let me do that one more time. Game capture, properties, mode, capture specific window, and then select the game you're playing. And click OK, or click done. From here, you can then, you know, rescale the game. So let me drag it to the forefront here. You can rescale the game that you're playing. You can make it take up the full screen. Whoopsies. And all that good stuff. So that's my game right there, and it's not capturing the entire display, so that's good. Cool. All right, so let's take that off of visibility there, and now we're back in the display capture. I'm actually going to close Oxenfree. Cool. So we're back to where we want to be there. Here we are. And another great feature in Streamlabs OBS that you can do is you can actually lock your assets here. So, or your sources rather, you can lock them. So here's my webcam source. I can move it around. I can resize it, but I want to lock it in place so I don't mess with it. So you can just click that lock, and now I can't click and drag my webcam. You see it actually clicked and dragged my display capture. I can lock that as well, and now I can't click anything, you know? So my display capture, my webcam, they're locked in place. So if you have, you know, if you find that you're accidentally clicking the wrong thing, you could just lock them, and then you can't mess with those sources anymore. So that's great. So now we have the basics down. You got your webcam, you got your game capture. You know, sound is another important thing. So over here in the right, in your mixer tab, this is where you can kind of mess with sound. So, you know, you've already gone into your settings and gone to audio and selected the microphone, but say, you know, something goes wrong, you can actually go to the little cog next to the specific device. So microphone, USB audio device, that's my Blue Yeti. Click the cog, go to properties, and I can make sure it's selected there. In addition, you can add a filter, and I have, like I said, a separate video where you can, you know, where we talk about the filters. So you add noise suppression, noise gate, a compressor, and that'll make your microphone sound better. That's a different video. But just so you guys know, you know, this is where your audio sources will kind of show up, and that's how you kind of control them as well. So that's just good to know. Now from here, you're ready to stream. You could click go live, but we want to add a couple more things. So I would say the main thing that people want to begin to add is an overlay, right? So, you know, I prefer a little bit of a minimal overlay. I don't like to have too many things on my screen at once. I think it messes with the view, like kind of the viewership of the stream, the ease of viewing, because there's just too much in the way, right? So I like to keep it pretty simple. So I'm going to add another source, and it's going to be an image. Click add source, and then I'm going to go to see, I can add existing sources because I've already done it before, but that's my overlay. So what I would do is you'd click add new source, you'd browse, and you'd find a PNG file. Now the difference between like a JPEG and a PNG is a PNG, the backgrounds can be transparent there. So if, let's say you're good at Photoshop and you built a little border to go around your webcam, you can save it as a PNG, so that way it'll be transparent. If that's going over your head, definitely go and Google the difference between a PNG and all that, because it's good to know. But PNGs basically will get rid of that white background. So I'm going to go over to my stream graphics here. Twitch panels, I might be in here. It is. So I made a Twitch webcam overlay in Photoshop. So I would then add that. So I'm going to cancel because I actually already did that. So let me do this. Add an image. Feel like I'm losing you guys. Stick with me here. Add existing source image, great, and here it shows up, and you can tell it's a PNG because look, it's hollow. There's no like white background. That's really the point of that. Now you would resize this to fit over your webcam, and this is, you know, where it gets a little bit tricky. You're gonna have to mess with Photoshop. If you guys are not good with graphics and you'd like me to create you know, an overlay for you or anything like that, I would absolutely love to. Leave me a comment down in the comment section below, or you can find me on Instagram at Chris Patron. And shoot me a DM, and we can talk, and I can give you something very, very reasonably priced, and I'll just make some graphics for you. So get in touch with me. I'd love to help you out. So yeah, so you can see I kind of just overlaid it right over. I'm in this little box now. It's great. It looks nice. It's clean, and you can, request me to make something like this for you, along with your Twitch panels and other overlays and all that good stuff. Now, okay, I don't want to go into too much detail in one video, but we're gonna. So, latest sub. You see I wrote latest sub there. That's where you can add something called Streamlabels, where you can have text tied in with the Streamlabs, Streamlabs.com, kind of tie into your Streamlabs OBS. So for example, let's add a source, and we'll go to widgets here, and we'll click Streamlabel. Click add source. I already did that, so we'll just add source. And you can see all the way at the top here, there's text for latest subscriber. So I'm going to drag that down to my latest subsection on my webcam. You can see there it is. And you might be saying, okay, that looks cool. And that'll actually update in real time. If someone new subscribes, their name will pop up there. Now, the only issue is maybe you're like, dude, I want it to scroll. Okay, great. Right click Streamlabels. I'm going to click filter, apply filter, scroll, click done. Now it's going to bring us to the scroll screen here. So now we want a horizontal, add some horizontal speed. And there it goes. Let's do positive direction. Great, we click done, and now it's scrolling nicely on our screen there. Here's the issue. It's showing up like off the edge of my webcam area. You can see there's some space here where I'm moving my mouse, and that's really easy to fix as well. So highlight it, right click, filters, add a filter, filter type, crop and pad, done. Great. Now drag this a little to the right so you can see it in real time, and we're going to add some padding to the left. So let's bump this number up to, say, how about 70? 70. Not enough. How about 240? Great. Look at that. So it crops it in. We're going to click done, and it cropped it in nicely, so it's not too in the way. And you can mess with that a little bit and really get nitty gritty there and make it the way you want it. So that's just I'm just giving you some tools here to customize your stream the way you like it. Now, one of the biggest things you guys are probably asking is about, okay, how do I get alerts? How do I get follow alerts? How do I get subscriber alerts, bits, all that good stuff? And that's amazing. Great question. Go to Google Chrome, go to your streamlabs.com, and you're going to go to widgets. And this is where you can customize all of that. So it's called Alert Box. It's one of the honestly, the best widgets within Streamlabs. And this is where you can really get to customizing your alerts. So over here where it says follows, subscriptions, basically, if I click follows, I can edit my follow alert. I can add the GIF. I can add the sound. I can, make the sound volume. I can tell you how long I want it to last. I can change the font. All of these alerts are like that. So you can have a different alert for follows and subs and donations and hosts and bits and raids, and someone buys your merch. You could have a different alert for all of those, and you could test them here. How do you add this to your stream? Another good question. Let's go back to Streamlabs OBS. And let's add a new source, and you guessed it, alert box. We're going to click add source. I already have alert box, so I'm just going to click add existing source. And then you can move this to wherever you want. So some people might want it to show up on a very small portion of the screen. I like to just plop it right in the middle. And notice these white numbers here. That's telling you how many pixels you have around your box. So you can try to get them pretty equal if you want. It's always a good idea. So my alert box is going to show up in the middle here. So I'm going to lock that source. And we're going to test it by going back to streamlabs.com and clicking test follow. And then we're going to quickly go back to Streamlabs OBS to see it in action. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. So that's test follow right there. It says Chris Pachon is now following. And that's controlled by your alert box. So you can move that around if you wanted it in the bottom right, bottom left, whatever. It's all controlled by your alert box. And you can make it bigger, smaller stuff, make it really big. And let's test another alert. Let's test the donation. You gotta get swifty. So it's really big. It takes up a large portion of the screen. So it's awesome. So you can really customize your alert box there. Very, very simple. I mean, Streamlabs makes this all incredibly simple for you to do. So it's just great. It's a really, really great tool. I would take the time to go to streamlabs.com and dive in and learn as much as you possibly can, because it's super, super useful. So that's pretty much it. I mean, when you have these things set up, there's really not much else you could possibly want. I mean, really. I realized I misspelled gameplay. It says gameplay. So I think that's pretty much it for you guys. All you're going to do from there is you're going to click go live. and it'll broadcast to your Twitch channel. So, excuse me, whew, I'm drinking a lot of coffee. So here's the problem. That's the easy part. Okay, so it only gets harder from here. So what do I mean by that? Well, when you click go live and you stream, inevitably you're going to find that something isn't working right. That's just the nature of being a streamer. Streaming is hard. It's very hard because something is always going wrong. There's a new update on your computer that's blocking or preventing a program from launching, or your alert box isn't working, or your stream looks choppy, your voice doesn't sound good, your microphone's not coming through, something is going wrong. And that's, you guys got to understand that that's part of being a streamer, and that's really the most difficult part of streaming consistently, is understanding that you're going to run into so many roadblocks, and it's going to be very difficult and tough. So let's get just my face cam here. Yeah, like I said, streaming is hard, and you're going to run into issues and roadblocks. Luckily, I'm here to help you guys. Leave me comments in the comment section below. Look, I'll get in Discord one-on-one with you and do a screen share or something and see and look at your settings and see what's going wrong. I'll do that for you guys. I don't have any problems with that. Just reach out to me. Hit me up in the comments down below. Reach out on Instagram at instagram.com/ChrisPatron. Hit me up on Twitter, twitter.com/TheChrisPatron. Reach out to me, guys. I'm here to help. I've been through a lot of I've experienced the issues that you're having already. I know how to overcome a lot of them. Sometimes I won't, in which case I'll help in any way I can. I'll get on Google with you. I'll try to figure it out and help you get your stream up and running. If you have been streaming, but you think maybe you can improve your viewership a little bit, like, hey man, I'm not getting any viewers. What am I doing wrong? Let me know. I'll try to help you out and jump in there and see where you can improve or that sort of thing. So I really hope that this video taught you guys something. I know it's been long, and if you're still watching, I deeply, deeply appreciate this. If you're still watching at this point, I will PayPal you $5 just for being so awesome and giving me your time. Comment your email account down below, and I'll send you $5 via PayPal. If you've been listening this long, seriously, go do it. That's pretty much it, man. I think I really kind of just went through everything. I rushed through a couple parts, so I might not have been thorough enough, but I hope you guys learned something. Please, like I said, use the comment section. I'm here to help. I will answer you. It might take me a little bit long, but sometimes I reply minutes later. So use the comment section. I'm here to help you. Good luck streaming. Thanks.